So we are into week 2 of our Life Hack series, studying Jesus' teaching from the Sermon on the Mount in Matthew. But in our daily devotional, we are going through some parallel teaching, which is found in Luke. And when we get to Luke chapter 6, which is the first chapter we're reading this week, Luke chapter 6 through 10, we get to Luke's retelling of some of the teaching that Jesus brought in Sermon on the Mount. Now, the one that has really stuck with me that I want to bring a reflection on is when Jesus starts talking about those who are blessed. And in our world, people use the phrase #blessed, and they say, these are the great things that have come into my life. I've got money, I've got a job, I've got family, all of the things that we would go, the good stuff that God brings into our life. But when you see Jesus teach in Luke chapter 6, and as we're going to study on Sunday, and we hear what Jesus talks about what blessed is, he actually says, blessed are those who mourn. Blessed are those who persecuted. Blessed are the poor. And it's because our concept of what a blessing is totally off. Blessing is not a good, earthly, practical thing. Blessing is God's Spirit, which is given to us in a moment of need. So it could be that God's Spirit blesses us with something that's pleasurable, that's good for our lives, a car, a job, a family. We can say those are blessings, but that's not what God's blessing is limited to. When we are mourning and we need the peace of God, he blesses us with his Spirit. When we're poor or poor in spirit and we need his life to regenerate us, he gives us his Spirit to comfort us and free us from the consequences of our sin. In fact, any situation that we are in need of God's Spirit, that's where we see God's blessing rest. So I'd love to hear your reflections on that, where you have seen God's Spirit meet you in a time of need, and let's together share how we can reshape our understanding of what God's blessings are in our lives.